Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Today, smoking one of my favorite pipes here, my Savinelli 101. This was gifted to me by my good friend Smurfinelli 33, my pipe club brother from San Diego Pipe Club. Yeah. It's the Regimental. And I absolutely love this pipe. This is a pipe I will never ever part with. It's just a beautiful, beautiful pipe right there. And in it, I am smoking some Peterson's 3P's. Got a couple blocks in there and one little tiny piece left that I'm getting rid of there. This is a blend that I have cellared deep in my cellar. I love this stuff. I got 2 jars tinned up and one that's almost gone. And I've got probably 5 more tins in my cellar. I just love this stuff. It's a nice Virginia burley. And I just love the whole process of cutting up a plug. And this is a dense plug. It's a hard plug to cut up, and I love it. I just love the whole process of sitting down at the table with I usually use a straight razor, and I get out my cutting board, and I just use a straight razor because I can just cut off really thin slices and then stuff those slices. I don't usually break them up, but I just kind of take them and fold them up and put them in my pipe. I just love it. I love everything about it. I have a beautiful bird sitting on the wire here. It's got an orange beak and a red breast, and it is gorgeous. It is a beautiful bird. Just sitting here watching me. I tell you, I miss having my doves sitting on the deck with me like I used to have in San Diego, but I've got all these new birds that he's just flying, sitting on the grass here. Got some new birds I've never seen before here, so it's kind of cool. We get cardinals and blue jays, and this one here, I'm not sure if it's an oriole. Doesn't look like an oriole, but could be. I don't know. It's got an orange breast, but it's not really bright orange, so I don't know if it's an oriole or not. But I just love it. I love the animals around here. We see a lot of deer around here, which is kind of cool. But anyway, I love 3P's, and I love all the birds singing around here. Can't wait for springtime to see what it's like out here. What the birds are like. I hope when we find our own place, it's a quieter place, not as many cars going by, with a lot of trees that draw birds and wildlife. So in my last video, I told you guys that I was able to get a stick from the Peterson family cemetery, and I think I'm going to probably get about 7 tampers out of that stick that I got. So I made one yesterday, and it's this one here, and it's got some cool rings and just a little bit of, got some cool rings in it, and some neat bark on it. I don't know, but I wanted to have one from that cemetery, because that cemetery is kind of special to me. It's a special place that I spend a lot of time at, just reflecting on the losses that family suffered in the Civil War, and losing 2 sons, and I'm drawn to that cemetery. I stop by there every day. I go on my walks and pay my respects, and it just makes me think of all the suffering that went on in this country during that war. North and South equally alike, and it was just so much suffering going on. And when you see it, you see one family burying 2 sons, and you think, you start going out exponentially from that one family and start thinking about 600,000 people died, and all the families. That's huge, and it's hard to fathom all the suffering that went on. And our country wasn't nearly as big then as it is now, and so that suffering was huge. But this tamper will, however long it lasts, it will remind me of that cemetery, the thoughts I have there when I visit it, the people who are buried there. The six known people buried there, and the possible others that are buried there in that other section that I found the other day. And it's humbling to me to think about that and think about our country and where we are now and how we got our country got to today and what our forefathers had to go through, you know, from the revolution and all of that just so we could be here today. In the debt of gratitude I owe to those who went before me. And it's a huge debt that I owe. And one I hope that I am repaying. And living my life correctly. And teaching my kids that they have a debt to repay. There's nothing that makes me prouder than seeing my daughter, Sadie, when she sees somebody wearing a hat that says they're a veteran. And she'll go up to them and shake their hand and thank them for their service. Nothing, that just makes me so damn proud to see her do that. We owe so few, so much. I remember going up to a gentleman who was wearing a Vietnam veteran's hat one time and telling him, "Thank you for your service. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know." And then I told him, "Welcome home." And he broke down in tears. And he told me I was only the third person who ever told him that, and the other two were his parents. And I just hugged him, and we both cried. And I just felt so bad that nobody had ever told him that. So if any of you guys watching this were veterans, thank you for your service. I do appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And if you were Vietnam veterans, welcome home. Love you guys.